Hello there, Wen. Let's have a look. As urbanisation plays an increasingly more central role in the city's economic development, there has been an unprecedented increase in migration from rural areas to metropolitan cities. Wonderful. However, this phenomenon leads to an immediate concern about its influences on the environment. Good. Or its impact on the environment might be better. Which I completely agree with. And moreover, it is a worrying trend. Moreover, it is a worrying trend that looks set to continue. Okay, that's fine for now. Even though, good, starting with a conjunction, the increasing population helps boost the economy by introducing commercial opportunities. Excellent. Labouring sources or labour sources. Okay, by introducing commercial opportunities, sources of labour, and incentivized consumption. Why is it incentivized? I mean, population just increases consumption. I wouldn't have said it incentivizes. Introducing commercial opportunities, sources of labour, and increased consumption. The impact of cities growing on the environment cannot be overstated. The impact of growing cities on the environment cannot be overstated. Super. This is largely because it may accelerate the demand for resources needed to sustain the daily basic needs, such as food, medicine, and accommodation. This results in an increase of daily life waste being discharged in nature, which contaminates the ecosystem and natural resources within cities. This usually, or this most likely, okay, it's hedging. This is an absolute certainty, which I agree with you is like 95% certain, but in academia, we always want to hedge because another academic could say, oh, that's not true. In Vienna, they have a high-tech recycling plant, so what you're saying here is false. Okay? So this is why we say this usually, this more often than not, results in an increase of daily life waste being discharged in nature, which contaminates these, which usually, often, can contaminate the ecosystem and natural resources within cities. I'm just quoting Vienna because I know that they have a big recycling or a big furnace in the center of the city that takes all the waste from the city, burns it and creates fuel, and obviously filters all the fumes. According to a UN report, the world generated over 60 million metric tons of food waste in 2020, with over 75% of it was produced in main cities. Okay, with over 72% of it produced in main city. We don't need the was there. This led to toxic chemicals leaching into soil and water, which poses a threat to the environment. Additionally, with the urban migration, there is a significant impact on air quality due to the increase of fossil fuel cars used in cosmopolitan cities. Beautiful. The heavier traffic congestion may ultimately lead to severe air pollution and a dramatic increase of greenhouse gas emissions. Beautiful collocation there. An extensive study by the International Energy Agency indicated that private vehicles in the 10 most populous cities in America, accounted for a total of 56% of carbon emissions in the country in 2021, which is considered a main factor in global warming and extreme weather events. Beautiful, beautiful. Consistent with this line of thinking is that the trend of urbanization has led to devastating consequences for the environment. Fantastic. I do believe, though, this body paragraph is maybe a bit... We spent too much time on this one because this one is way too small, I'm guessing. So I think this just comes down to planning. However, with the smaller population in rural regions may benefit in maintaining these ecosystems. What is it here? I don't know. Okay, so be careful about that. Okay. The central reason behind this is the reduction of human activities and involvement in wild nature, such as the reduction in deforestation, overfishing, and overexploitation of vulnerable landscapes. Take, for example, since the urban sprawl in Brazil, there has been a decline in burning coal for cooking in remote villages, which reduces the risk of forest fires in the Amazon rainforest. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that urbanization may relieve the local ecosystem of environmental impacts, or that urbanization may relieve the environmental impact, relieve the environmental impact on local ecosystems in distant places. In conclusion, from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that people expanding to larger cities may contribute to a wide range of environmental problems. Some of them are even irreversible. Beautiful. And this growth may have an increasingly fatal impact on the depletion of natural resources and contaminated districts. Okay, good. Planning here if we'd have distributed the time we spent on this body paragraph as much as this one, I think we'd have a much more balanced essay. But overall, it's pretty good. Just be careful, though. We need to develop the argument here a little bit more effectively, and ideally, these two are similar length. The diagrams illustrate the process of producing cement and how it is adapted to generating concrete, the key material for construction. Okay, I'll go back to this one because I've got the picture. According to the graph on the left, a type of powder is formed when a combination of limestone and clay are compressed together by a crusher. Okay, yeah, good one. I'm just thinking, we've got the noun here, a crusher. We could say, we've got the root here, the verb, which is to crush. So we could say limestone and clay compressed or crushed together at the start of the process. Okay? Then we don't have to really mention the crusher, we can say just crushed together. And again, we can use a similar idea, mixed together, just so we can avoid using words taken directly from the picture. Subsequently, it will be poured into a mixer, or subsequently it will be poured into a cylinder and mixed together. Just alternative cylinder will be poured into a mixer and then conveyed to a rotating heater through a thin tube. Excellent. Before being transported to a grinder, must be heated. Excellent. By a plug-shaped heater outside. Good. The final step is packing. Cement is packing. No, we missed the grinder. The final step, or the penultimate step, is grinding. Is grinding the mixture in order to make cement, and then it is bagged and sealed. Okay. The process producing concrete does not involve heat. All the components should be... Okay, so it starts a bit strong here. Okay, how about an introduction? Regarding the production of concrete, the cement is mixed with water. The cement is mixed with 3 other ingredients, namely water, gravel, sand, at 15, 10, 50 and 25% each respectively. Okay? All the components should be allocated by a designated proportion poured into a concrete mixer. Okay, that's fine as well, just group it together. From the procession line graph on the right, from the process diagram maybe. From the process diagram on the right, dominant material, gravel, is made from small stones. Okay, the dominant material is gravel and accounts for 50% of the total mixture, while sand and concrete should be added in proportions of 25 and 15% respectively. Excellent. Apart from this, a small amount of water, 10%. In addition to this, is also needed to form concrete. Overall, the production of cement involves heating, while the production of concrete does not require external heat, but overall the production of cement involves heat and complex equipment, whereas concrete largely needs just 4 ingredients in total to be mixed together in a certain 4 ingredients of a designated proportion mixed together, something like that. Okay, excellent work there, Wen. And we've got our class coming up soon. If you've got time, implement all the corrections that you've heard and then send me back the corrected version, please. I forgot to ask you on the previous correction.